Hey guys, Yuki here for a little video. Just trying something new. I used to always make videos based on like what I thought would be popular. Now I'm just going to do it for the fun of it. So what I'm doing today is actually some photography of some pop figures. So let me show you what I'm working with. I've got Toothless, and then I have them in their box right now. Of course, I'm taking them out for the shoot, but I've got wait, what is this? Gianni? I was calling her Janine. Well, whatever her name is. I've got her, and I've got the Valkyrie. Oh, bag's about to go away, but got the Valkyrie, Camilla, and I have been doing some photos of them, which I will also be including some of those photos in here and a couple of the edits, because I'm going to just try something new. Just going out, doing some fun stuff, and I don't want to call it a vlog. This is not a vlog. So I don't really want to say that like I'm doing vlogs, but I'm going to start making videos that I enjoy a lot more, and that's my plan. This is currently on my phone, so like it looks like trash, I know, like with the wiggliness, but it's actually a decent quality. Okay, so I'm looking for my next spot where I want to take some more pictures. I've already been to several. There's actually some other photographers around here, so this looks like it's going to be a bust. So let me pack. Okay, now I'm racing the clock, but here's going to be my next picture. Set up here, actually like right next to where I was. But yeah, about to leave this entire area. But just doing one more shot here in these pretty little flowers. Okay, and we are back home now here in Lightroom. We have one of our pictures pulled up here, one of the ones I took today of the quite a few actually, and I am not going to show you the editing of each and every one of these, but I will show you a few little tips and tricks that I personally do, that if you're a photographer and use Lightroom, this is the Creative Cloud then edition, then maybe these will be helpful, but I'm assuming most people know these kinds of things. So I like doing like really realistic kind of things, like basically enhancements of life. So what I like to do first off is to come down here and like do some sharpening, noise reduction, and do the color, because if you look in like the nitty-gritty details, actually, does it not look that bad right now? Actually doesn't, shockingly. Normally that helps out a lot, but then there's also dehazing. Sometimes I like to add just a touch of it. And then once I have those set up there, then I come back up, scroll all the way across, and a lot of these I'm probably going to end up deleting, but I select them all, and I sync them with this little initial bit. So, synchronize them. So now they all have that initial first little bit of the settings I put here. So like if I click, then they all have them. And I'll still go back and adjust these as needed, but for now, that's just how I get started. Okay, so let's just dive into this picture specifically. Sometimes I like to start with a punch, just see what that does with my clarity, vibrance, and see how that does. A lot of these things I like to hit like the autos, just to see what Lightroom does, and then see if I want to make adjustments based on that. So like maybe I want this to be a really high contrast, because like maybe I want that. Maybe I want a really low contrast. It's actually not a bad look either. But then I will go through and
And I will play around with all those and see that is already a nice difference right there. So one thing that I find quite useful is, instead of using the contrast bar here, if you actually just adjust your highlights, your shadows, your whites, and your blacks, adjusting those independently can give you a better range of how your contrast actually looks. So, try that out. That's what I enjoy doing at the very least. So now let's go into some of the color here. So let's pull it back up to that one. And sometimes I like to just take things to the extreme, see how they look, and then go from there to see the feel. And especially doing things like this, like if I want to adjust just this right here, and then I look at it, I'm like, oh, this is also adjusting a lot of the background and the eyes. So I want to make note of what's actually getting adjusted in each. And let's say if I want to go for a fall time look, despite this being spring, but look at all the dead leaves. So I might tinge that a bit yellow, desaturate it a little bit, go back into these greens, maybe pump up the green just a little bit to get those eyes going. And I do like the green in the background, but then I will go through, see what is affected by what, and then just try my best to really bring some life into every picture that I do. Now then, I don't think the blues are going to have that big an effect on here. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, that they were going to affect Toothless himself. So if we want a purple Toothless, or if we want just a straight up like a green Toothless. But then moving the purple slider, I see a little bit on the tail changing there, so don't really care about that one. What about the aqua? Okay, the aqua is basically the eyes. Maybe a little bit in the plants there, but let's get those eyes back to a nice green. Saturate them a little bit more, just get them to really pop there. Pop figures. And then let's see, do we want to make him a little purple? Do we want to make him a little green? Do we want to just leave him the same? Do we want to desaturate him a little bit? That does give him that silver look, because he's actually like kind of a silver looking. So let's go with that. Magenta, what's probably not much here getting affected. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to jump in, start doing some more of these, start time-lapsing it, play some music for you, and real quick, the before and after. And then if there's any interesting tidbits along the way, I will cut back in and tell you all about it. So let's get started. Real quick, one other thing that I do like to do, whenever I find something that I do like, I'll just hit previous, see where that takes me, and then adjust from there. I'm not sure how many people actually do this, because I don't know anyone else who actually really uses Lightroom, but that is the way that I tend to use Lightroom. Good tip for grass, this is moss, but good tip for grass is adjusting yellow, because even the greenest grass has some yellow in it. And then slide to where you want it. There, now it's a Shrek. that's everything. It's a pretty good set that I went through here. I'm actually really happy with how most of these turned out. I originally thought that this Valkyrie was going to be a much better figure to take pictures of, but it has such a blank look that I ended up deleting several of the pictures. Toothless here was amazing, especially, you know, doing it on these cliffside kind of things, because where was the picture of this? All of those pictures were taken here, in this area, well, like the majority of them. All those waterfall pictures were like up here, some of them here, just all along here. Point is, doing figure photography, you just need to find a place where it's fitting, because like this, to just us, it's just like whatever, but then look at how it looks when you get up close and personal with your figure. It brings it new life. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. I'm going to go ahead and put a link to my Instagram in the description below. First time I've ever done that, but I'm probably going to be posting several of these to Instagram. So yeah, that's going to be it for today. Hope you learned something about figure photography. Have a great day.